The IJN Kongo, a battleship of the Imperial Japanese Navy, IJN, has a fascinating history that spans multiple decades, showcasing the evolution of naval warfare and Japanese maritime strategy. The origins of Kongo date back to the early 20th century, a time when Japan was rapidly modernizing its navy to establish itself as a formidable naval power in East Asia. The Kongo-class battleships were initially designed by the British naval architect George Thurston. The Japanese government commissioned the construction of the lead ship Kongo to Vickers Shipbuilding in Barrow-in-Furness, England, as Japan did not yet possess the technological expertise to construct such advanced warships domestically. Laid down in January 1911, Kongo was launched on May 18, 1912, and completed in August 1913. This marked the beginning of Japan's shift from purchasing foreign-designed ships to building them domestically. Technical specifications, 1913. Kongo was a hybrid of battleship and battlecruiser concepts, aiming to combine heavy firepower with high speed. Originally classified as a battlecruiser, she was 222 meters long, with a beam of 31 meters and a draft of 8.3 meters. Kongo displaced 27,500 tons and was capable of reaching speeds of up to 27.5 knots, powered by steam turbines and 36 Yarrow boilers. Her main armament consisted of 8 14-inch, 356mm guns mounted in 4 twin turrets, complemented by secondary armament of 16 6-inch, 152mm guns and 8 3-inch, 76mm guns. The ship also featured 8 21-inch, 533mm torpedo tubes. Kongo's armor was relatively light for a battleship, with a maximum belt thickness of 8 inches, designed to protect against cruiser-level artillery. World War I service. During World War I, Kongo and her sister ships saw limited action due to Japan's relatively minor role in the naval conflicts of the war. The IJN primarily focused on securing its territorial waters and supporting Allied operations in the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Kongo's presence served more as a deterrent, showcasing Japan's growing naval capabilities. Interwar modernizations. In the interwar period, Kongo underwent significant modernizations to keep pace with advancements in naval technology and evolving military doctrines. From 1927 to 1931, she received her first major refit, which included improvements to her armor, propulsion systems, and weaponry. Her boilers were replaced with more efficient oil-fired models, and her speed was increased to 30 knots. A more extensive reconstruction took place between 1935 and 1937. This refit transformed Kongo into a fast battleship, a classification reflecting her enhanced capabilities. The reconstruction included lengthening her hull, adding torpedo bulges to improve underwater protection, and upgrading her main guns to a higher elevation to increase their range. Additionally, her anti-aircraft armament was significantly bolstered in response to the growing threat of air power. These reconstructions and modernizations also increased her weight to 36,600 long tons. World War II service. By the time World War II broke out, Kongo had become a cornerstone of Japan's naval strategy. She participated in numerous key operations throughout the Pacific Theater, Pearl Harbor, and early operations. Kongo was part of the Southern Force during the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941, though she did not directly participate in the attack itself. She supported Japan's early offensives in Southeast Asia, including the invasion of Malaya and the Dutch East Indies. Midway and Guadalcanal. In June 1942, Kongo was part of the Japanese fleet during the Battle of Midway, a pivotal encounter that resulted in a devastating loss for Japan. Later that year, she played a role in the naval battles around Guadalcanal, providing gunfire support for Japanese troops and engaging Allied naval forces. Late Gulf and the final years. Congo's most significant engagement came during the Battle of Late Gulf in October 1944, one of the largest naval battles in history. She was part of Admiral Kurita's Center Force, tasked with breaking through the Allied naval blockade to disrupt the invasion of the Philippines. Despite heavy resistance, Congo survived the battle, though Japan's naval power was severely diminished. Sinking and legacy. Congo's operational life came to an end on November 21, 1944. While returning to Japan after participating in the Battle of Late Gulf, she was torpedoed by the American submarine USS Celian in the Formosa Strait. Hit by 2 torpedoes, Congo suffered catastrophic damage, causing her to list heavily and eventually capsize. Over 1,200 crew members were lost, marking a tragic end to the storied battleship. The legacy of IJN Kongo is significant in naval history. She was the last major Japanese warship built abroad and represented a key transitional phase in Japanese naval development. From her inception as a battle cruiser to her transformation into a fast battleship, Kongo's history mirrors Japan's rise and fall as a naval power during the first half of the 20th century. Her service record, spanning both world wars, highlights the strategic and tactical shifts in naval warfare during this period.